yawn. Is it time to go home yet? This day just keeps dragging on. Look alive, Kai. You'll never beat me if you're like that. Get your game face on and let's go. The moment class ended, Chris suddenly sprang to life. It was now lunchtime, and with our bet fresh in her mind, Chris was raring to go. You go first. I'll catch up. Just give me another 5 minutes and I'll be there. I folded my arms on the desk in front of me and rested my forehead on my arms. Oh no, you don't. Seconds after I put my head down, I felt an earlobe being torn from my body as I was forcefully dragged to my feet. Ouch! What did you do that for? Prevent you from standing me up. I don't care if you're getting cold feet. I already booked the court during the last break, so it's too late to forfeit. Like I would stand you up. And why my ear again? That really hurt. Because pulling on your ear is a great way to inflict pain without leaving any bruises. Jesus, okay. You gonna beat him with a sock full of oranges next? Like, calm down. Or beginning to think I may have entered into an abusive relationship. I'll quit whining. I know better than anyone that sometimes you need to be kicked in the balls to get going. You kick him in the balls? Come on. That's not how that saying goes. Really? Well, whatever. If you don't get moving, I'm gonna put it to the test. For the love of... I get it already. I'm going. That's the spirit. In response to Chris' not so gentle prodding, I stood up and started walking out of the classroom. Alongside Chris, who was still grinning cheerfully, I reluctantly headed towards the gym. Man, you really are forceful, you know that? You're lucky to have a cute face. That kind of violence would drive anyone away. Are you praising me or insulting me? A bit of both. Well, say what you want. I only did that because it was necessary. If you try that kind of stunt tomorrow, I won't hesitate to come over your house and take you out outside by force. I don't doubt it, but you won't have to worry about that. Even I wouldn't try to pull something like that tomorrow, of all days. I'm well aware of the pain and suffering that would await if I did. Damn straight. Now, come on, let's get moving. I'm gonna whip you up so badly that you'll be paying for every single date we ever go on. Look, it's Chris, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know what gym clothes looks like. I mean, I do. I know what my gym clothes look like, but I don't know what, like, other people's gym clothes look like. And look, it's those little mat things they have nailed to the walls at gyms so people can, like, pretend to be the Matrix and run up and do backflips off the fucking wall. The fucking kids did that, man. It's like, hey, I can wall run. And there's like one guy in class who could actually do a backflip. He's probably doing drugs now, but hey. With the court already reserved, Chris and I wasted little time before jumping into action. Chris bought a basketball team uniform for one of her friends and quickly got changed. Meanwhile, I got my PE uniform, then met up with Chris in the court. After some light stretching, the two of us faced off, and the match began. Come on, Kai. How could you miss that shot? Shut up. I almost had it before you got it in the way. What would you expect me to do? I'm your opponent, you know. Yeah, no mercy, huh? Should have expected as much. Chris caught the rebounding ball, ran to the halfway line. I gave chase and attempted to halt her advance. Oh no, Kai got me. Whatever shall I do? I guess I'd better just give up. There's no way I could possibly... Yike! What? Chris tossed the ball over my head. While I was looking up and trying to block it, she ran around my side. Then she took possession of the ball once more after it had bounced. Oh, you can't do that. Sure can. It may not work in a real game, but it's a one-on-one. That's a perfectly feasible move. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a referee. Do you see a referee? You get that shit out of here. Instead of running as she spoke, Chris jumped up and tossed the ball from the three-point line. I caught up to her after the ball had already left her hand, just in time to watch it descend through the ring. Woohoo, nothing but net. Damn it. I jogged over to the ball and took hold of it. Don't get cocky, this isn't over yet. That's the spirit, Kai. Come on, show me what you can do when you get serious. I ran forward while dribbling the ball. When Chris intercepted me, I quickly threw the ball between her legs and ran around her side. As I attempted to regain possession of the ball, however, I found that I was a second too late. What? How did you... Nice chop, but do you really think that would work on me? Chris grabbed the ball before I could and dashed for the halfway line. Once she reached the halfway line, she stopped and waited for me to catch up so the two of us could face off once again. What are you gonna do, Kai? Score is 19-2, my way. One more point and this game is mine. Don't act like you've already won. Mark my words, I will make you pay for that date tomorrow. Then stop talking and do it. Chris bounced the ball between my legs, pulling the same maneuver that I had a moment ago. But unlike my attempt, Chris ended it. Chris's ended in success. She reclaimed the ball and in no time swiftly took her shot, once again scoring on her first attempt. And that's 20. Looks like tomorrow's on you, Kai. Chris puffed her chest out and grinned cheekily as she proclaimed victory. That's just a warm-up. One more game, double or nothing. Bearing that declaration, Chris didn't sigh in exasperation, nor did she call me a sore loser. Instead, she laughed happily with her clear joy painted all over her face. Haha, what pleasure. Hi. Just kill me now and be done with it. How can you still be tired? We finished playing well over an hour ago. Doesn't change, lack of stamina. With my only daily exercise being the walk to and from school, I knew all too well how unfit I had become. And today in particular it showed. After running myself ragged on the court for half an hour. Half an hour. I was sweating profusely. I was sweating profusely and struggled to breathe. I didn't even want to think about how I looked by the end of the break. Jeez, Kai, you're way more out of shape than I thought. Maybe you shouldn't have pushed yourself so hard after not exercising for the last, 3 years and let you win? Not a chance. It's good to be a little bit competitive, but you can do irreparable damage to your body if you overexert yourself. Maybe we should work on your fitness a bit before doing something like that again. When you say we, you don't mean. Yes, I do. From this day forward, Kai, I will be your new coach. No, that really isn't necessary. Sure it is. You're clearly on the fast track to a heart attack, and as your girlfriend, it's my responsibility to keep you alive and healthy for as long as possible. You're already using our relationship as an excuse to control me. We haven't even any complaints? No, ma'am. Good. Then it's settled. After school, every Monday through Thursday, from now on, I'm going to run you into the ground. Prepare yourself, Kai. Carefully abusing her new authority as my girlfriend, Chris sentenced me to 4 days of physical activity per week for the foreseeable future. But while Chris stated that it was for my own health, I doubted that was the case. For my part, I wasn't as reluctant as I claimed to be either. Because as exhausted as it was to play against Chris today, I had a lot of fun, and would have to be blind to not notice the same went double for her. My sentence was a blessing for both of us. It was an excuse for Chris not to repeat the fun we had today at our own leisure and without any spectators. When I thought about it like that, I realized that maybe having a girlfriend be my coach might not be a bad thing after all. Mom, Okasa. I'm home. I don't remember what I'm home is in Japanese. Okaria desk? Okaria? I don't know, yeah. Hey, that's my line. No, wait. What are you even doing here, Chris? I thought you were supposed to go home today. Nope, change of plans. I looked at my parents' flight early and it seems it's been delayed. They won't be back until tomorrow night. And you waited until now to tell me? Before I could probe any further, my mother entered the room. Welcome back, you two. Did anything fun happen at school? Sure did. During lunch today, I kicked Kai's ass in basketball. Oh my. What happened? Did you catch him leering at another girl? No, not like that. If I did, he wouldn't be standing here right now. Actually, it wasn't anything bad at all. Kai and I played basketball at school, and I totally whooped him. I could see that. Haha, I could see that happening. So even with a full team of people behind him, Kai is still no match for you. Team of people? No, Kai and I were just playing one-on-one during our lunch break. Seriously? Looked at me worried. Kai, honey, are you alright? Do you need to see a doctor? It's like, damn. Very funny. No, this is no laughing matter. Sudden changes in behavior can be attributed to all kinds of illness. For Kai, who usually only runs when he has to go to the toilet, we've been playing basketball on his own free will. Mom. Haha, she got you pegged. Yeah, fine. Make fun of me all you want. I'm going for a shower. I was gonna say, are we gonna get the shower scene where they like bathe together? I don't know. How many like hentais have it where the virginity is lost in the shower? They usually like do it wholesomely, like on the bed or on the couch or at school somewhere. I rarely see it in the shower, but I mean, who knows? I read so much, it's all a blur. While Chris and my mother continued to talk, I headed to my room and grabbed a change of clothes. I went for a quick shower and got changed. After which, I returned to my bedroom and flopped down on my bed. Much better. Rested on my bed. The fatigue from earlier quickly consumed me. Hey, it's consuming me too. I closed my eyes and slowed my breathing. Before I knew it, hours had passed and the sky outward had grown dark. Oops, I can't afford to do that just yet. If I fall asleep, I'll screw up my body clock tomorrow. I don't want to be yawning all throughout my first date. Comfortable as I was, I forced myself to get up and head downstairs. Upon entering the kitchen, I noticed that my mom nowhere to be seen. Despite that, there was still a faint aroma tickling my nose. I looked around the kitchen, trying to locate the source of the scent, but before I could... Hungry, Kai? Whoa. Chris, you scared the hell out of me. Hey, sorry. With Chris now in front of me, I took another look around the room, careful not to miss any other human presence. But even on the second pass, I couldn't see anyone else here. What are you doing down here, Chris? Where's dinner? Don't tell me. Yep, you slept right through it. Oh, come on. Thanks for waking me up. Now, no need to get angry. Your mother went to bed early. It seems like she'll be going out all day tomorrow. Before that, she did make enough for 3. Sit down, I'll heat it up for you. Nah, thanks. I was worried there might not be any left. But you don't need to do that I said sit down. Yes, ma'am. Intimidated by Chris's forcefulness, I did as she commanded and sat down at the table. The moment I did, a smile immediately returned to Chris's face. She then turned around, opened up the oven, and started reheating dinner in the microwave. Okay. I'm wondering, did they store dinner in the oven, or did they store dinner in the fridge? Or do they just call the microwave the oven sometimes? Or is it like some sort of freak-ass microwave oven combo machine? That might be possible. It'd be weird. I feel like something would break, but what do I know? All the dinner preparation was simple enough. I could have easily handled it myself if Chris had let me. But when dinner was ready and Chris returned to my side, it became clear why she wanted to perform the preparation herself. She made fucking curry and rice. Ah, yeah. Okay, Kai, say ag. I'm not a baby, Chris. I can eat myself. Alright. Yo, dear, eat up while it's still warm. I mean, sure. Rather than take a step back after placing it in front of me, Chris swiftly sat down on my lap, then grabbed my spoon, scooped up some of the food on the plate, and brought it to my mouth. Chris, stop it. This is embarrassing. It's just us here, Kai. There's no need to get embarrassed. Even if we're the only ones here, that doesn't make it doesn't make it any less embarrassing. Without showing any sign of backing down, Chris continued to hold the spoon to my mouth. I sighed in resignation. Both hungry and a little flustered, I opened my mouth wide, giving Chris the opportunity she sought. Choo-choo. How's it, dear? It's good. Really, it's good. Chris smiled happily and scooped up another spoonful. Did you make this? Nope, it was all your mother's work. Now open wide, dear. Though perplexed by Chris's willingness to take pride in someone else's cooking, I didn't say anything. I simply opened my mouth and allowed her to feed me. Derived far more pleasure from the act than I'd care to admit. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, but you still need to close your mouth when you chew. Look, you're getting food everywhere. Rather than pointing out that food that I had supposedly missed, stuck your tongue and licked my cheek. What? Chris, what do you think you're doing? Cleaning up. The faint brush of her face, Chris continued to smile innocently as I brought my hand to my cheek. Hehe, now open wide, there's still plenty more of that. You got a whole plate of the spiciest curry 7-Eleven could sell. Come on, give me a break. You weren't planning on doing this for every bite, are you? Of course I am. Now open your mouth before I force it open. Despite the violent words, Chris continued to smile cheerfully. Sighing once more, I moved my hands from my cheek and placed it on Chris's lap. I then moved my other hand to her waist and wrapped around her, loosely creating her body in my arms. Kai, what are you doing? Several pitches higher than a moment ago, Chris asked in a panic. Just making sure you don't fall. Come on, honey. We aren't done yet, are we? I opened my mouth and waited for Chris to feed me. Seeing that and hearing how I addressed her, Chris widened her eyes for a moment, then straightened up excitedly and brought the spoon to my mouth once more. Of course not. There's plenty more where that came from. I gratefully accepted another mouthful and watched Chris' elated expression as I began to chew. It was embarrassing and a bit of work, but I couldn't say that I was displeased. After all, the food was tasty, and watching Chris express her joy always filled me with energy, so I really had nothing to complain about. In fact, any regret is that we couldn't do this more often. I mean, you're 18, high school's almost over. You can get a place and do it every night until it gets tired. You know? It's fine, it's all good. Now you're getting it. There's no need to rush, dear. After this is dessert, there's still plenty more where that came from. I stared at Chris in disbelief. Are you kidding me? Nope. After this is chocolate cake and ice cream. And you're gonna feed that to me? Of course I will. I hang my head in the feet. Careful what you wish for, huh? Don't worry, Kai, it's okay. We'll run it off when we start training Monday. The calories aren't the problem here. Gotcha. The moment I screamed in protest, Chris forced a spoon in my mouth. It would seem that escape was not an option. The only way to get out of the situation was to eat everything Chris fed me, then discreetly vomit it into the toilet later. Hey, come on. Alright, I can do this. Do your worst, Chris, I can take it. Seeing no better alternative, I ate every last bite. My plate cleared, Chris brought out dessert, then sat on my lap once more and brought the spoon to my mouth. I swallowed the last of my hesitation and opened my mouth, prepared to face death head on for the sake of my girlfriend's happiness. Hey man, that's what a real relationship is about, I suppose. My stomach, it hurts so much. In a turn of events that I saw coming a mile away, I awoke to a terrible stomachache. I couldn't bring myself to throw up the delicious food that Chris had fed me, nor could I tell her to stop. My weakness had given the better of me, and now I was paying the price. No, I can't lose like this. I have a date to go on. I doubled over, clenching my stomach. Despite being in pain, I glanced over the clock on the wall. It's okay, I still have time. I'll sneak to the bathroom and then... Morning, Kai! God damn it. The second I opened my bedroom door, Chris was waiting outside. Chris, what are you doing here? When you gonna go home to get ready? That's the plan, but before that, I want to make sure you were awake. We did go to bed pretty late after last night after all. Yeah, I guess we did. Since I had slept for a few hours upon returning home, I was in no hurry to get back to sleep after dinner. Instead, I stayed up for a while and watched TV in the living room, with Chris sitting beside me. I kept the volume low and watched whatever was on slowly, allowing myself to succumb to fatigue. Once Chris had nodded off, I placed a blanket on her and made sure she was comfortable. I then returned to my room, and before long, I was fast asleep. So, have you picked out what you're gonna wear? What about venues? Do you have plans for today's date? And make sure you're cashed up. You're paying today, after all. You think you'll have enough? Jeez, temper your expectations a little, would you? You know that my organizational skills are awful. I'll be deferring to you as much as I can today, so you don't have any plans, then neither do I. How unreliable. You mean you haven't even planned for this month? You mean you haven't been planning this for months? Oh, Jesus. Of course not. Don't be unreasonable. I bet you already planned out where to go if you were with Sophie. Oh, come on. Chris, this was the first date I've been on. I have no idea where I should take you or how I should act. But isn't that part of what makes it enjoyable? If you know everything that's going to happen ahead of time, what's the fun in that? My only plan today is to have fun with my girlfriend. So if you want to be a more detailed answer than that, you're asking the wrong person. Sheesh, you really are hopeless. Oh well, kinda expected that from you. Kinda expected you just want to wing it. That's why I promised myself that if you showed up on time, I'd consider the day a win. You know, you could set your expectation a little bit higher than that. If I do, you'll just disappoint me. Oh man. So for the day, my expectations for you are rock bottom. Thanks. You're welcome. Now remember, we're meeting up at 9? The station? Holy fuck, what time is it now? 6? 7? 9 is when we meet. 9 is when we'll meet, not when you leave the house. So you need to be at the door well before then. Also, no video games or TV. I don't want you getting distracted and losing track of time. Let's see, what else? Bring lots of money. Right. Bring lots of money. Don't forget your phone either, in case we... Oh, hang on a second. Looks like my time's up. I gotta start getting a move on. Already? We should still have another hour before we need to go. Don't underestimate the amount of time it takes for a woman to prepare for a date. As if you'd know. Well, whatever. Take as much time as you need. Just make sure you aren't late, okay? Haha, like that'll happen. See you soon, Kai. Make sure to think about where you want to go. The clock now ticking. Chris waved goodbye and returned to our own home to prepare. Next time we meet, the two of us would be out on our first date, dressed to impress, more than a little nervous. It's finally happening, eh? Another hour and I'll be headed off to go on my first date. Alright, Chris is all amped and ready to go, so I should make an effort to act the same. I'll pull out my nicest clothes, scrounge up whatever cash I have lying around, and... Uh-oh. Having kind of waited until Chris left the building, my stomach slightly flowed up in pain. I ran into the bathroom as quickly as I could, putting our date in the back of my mind as I headed for far more powerful callings. He's gonna have to pay the dark price. Damn, Chris. Or I mean Kai. Fuck. Well, I mean, I'm sure Chris is gonna look stunning, so... Oh my god. I remember seeing this dress in, like, screenshots. Yeah, haha, I know. Been heavily alone in my head as I met Chris. Due to unfortunate and rather disgusting circumstances, I wound up preparing at the last minute and rushed out the door in a frenzy. Thankfully, I had overestimated the amount of time required to reach my destination, so despite my last minute departure, I was only a few minutes late. Well, that's fine. It's still within my calculations. More importantly, Chris's face started to go red as she nervously fidgeted around. I stared at her quizzically for a moment as I tried to figure out what she wanted. After a few seconds of silent contemplation, I reached my conclusion. Gotta pee? God damn it, Kai. I'm kidding. You look good, Chris. That outfit really suits you. Really? I knew you'd like it. I was hesitant about something so revealing, but I think I made the right choice. Are you implying that the dress is revealing? Because it's not that revealing. That's like a normal dress. I guess you're showing more leg than you're used to. But like, it's no more revealing than your school uniform. Unless you're saying that you're opting out of revealing stuff. I mean, like, it's not like this thing I read. What was it? Yeah, fucking domestic girlfriend. It's like, they go on a date, and then she gets all dolled up, but then they're just gonna stay at home. Like, shit. I get wanting to look your best, but at least go to a fucking restaurant or something first. Shit, damn. Shit. This is Chris's idea of revealing. Yeah. Is it because there's no sleeves, so she's wearing the arms, showing the arm? What? Actually, you're not looking so bad yourself. Not quite classy, but definitely an improvement. Gee, thanks. So what's on the agenda? Did you come up with anything during your extended preparation time? That was supposed to be your job. But yeah, I got a few ideas. Oh, I knew it. I could count on you, Chris. What's up first? Bowling, the movies, an arcade? I could go for an arcade. Look, if I date a girl and she's not down for an arcade, then the date's over. I never want to see her again. Alright? Alright? If you could come up with ideas that easily, why'd you shove the role onto me? Because I'm a considerate person. How's that being no, forget it. I'm not paying into your hand. Good, Chris. Good on you for being the smart one. Instead, I'm gonna steal one of your ideas. Bowling it is, really now. Wait, seriously? You can't do that. Come up with your own ideas. We're on the same team, Kai. Your ideas are my ideas. Cheater. I bet you just couldn't come up with anything better. Of course I did. Don't be silly. Now let's get moving. We have a big day ahead of us, so we should really... Once again, Chris began to fidget and her face turned red. You really do have to pee now, don't you? Shit! Ah, that's funny. Go ahead, I'll wait here. Faced with one more delay, I chuckled to myself and sat down on a nearby bench. I arrived late because of summer problems, and now we're being delayed again because Chris forgot to pee before she left. We're not very good at this, are we? No, you're 2 peas in a fucking pod, that's what you are. I waited with a smile on my face and watched random people pass me by. While this morning hadn't gone as I pictured so far, I wasn't unhappy. Honestly, I didn't have any particular hopes or goals for the day. To me, rude as it may be to Chris, this was another weekend being spent with my best friend. There was some factor that made this date any different than our usuality. It was yet to hit me. I don't know, you guys could fucking make out at the end or something. Or, you know, fuck. Chris is taking a while. Maybe I should send her a message. I don't want to wait around here all moaning, Kai. Man, I'm more disappointed in myself for not seeing this coming. Did you hog tie Chris? Did you tie Chris in the bathroom stall and write obscene things on her like fuckhole and fill with cum and tally marks to show how many times she's already been fucked? Oh man. Oh man. My eyes widened as an unexpected party suddenly made their appearance. Sophie, what are you doing here? Oh, you know, just checking out how things are going. Checking out how things are. Wait a minute, are you following me? I'm sorry, I know how this may seem. I was just so anxious about your date with Chris that I couldn't help myself. Anxious about what? What do you think what happened exactly? Chris and I have gone out plenty of times in the past. Why would something bad happen this time? Not bad, per se. Not for her, at least. But as for me, Sophie's face turned red as she gulped and stiffened her expression. Kai, I was serious about what I said at school. Even if we can't be together as a couple, I want us to be close. Chris may not like it, but you feel the same way, don't you? Don't you like me? It's not a matter of whether I like you or not. It's just not that simple, okay? Chris and I are a couple, I know. But even married men sometimes have pieces on the side. Hey, no, come on. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, man. Like, Sophie, those married men aren't good people, if that's the case. You want to turn Chris or Kai into, a not good person? That may be so, but... Wait a second. What did you just... What do you mean? What? Okay. No. Wait. Why did she take her whole belt off in public? And also, look at those knees. Well, knee. Look at that knee. God damn. Wait a second. What did you say? Before I knew what hit me, Sophie pushed me against the wall. Her melancholy and hesitation disappeared in an instant, allowing a smirk to prowl across her face as I barely pressed against mine. Sophie, what are you? Don't ask stupid questions. In a serious tone of voice, Sophie quietly cut me off. There was no longer any hint of shyness or affection in her voice. She spoke in a stern manner, completely unlike her tone from moments ago. You know, I've met lots of gutless guys over the past couple of years, but you really take the cake. I mean, that's so harsh. But made harsher by the fact that it's so true. Oh man. Here I am telling you that our feelings are mutual and that I could be your mistress, yet you still keep up the infuriating air of ignorance. In the end, I suppose I have no choice but to take a more direct approach. Displaying concise, practical movements, Sophie quickly undid her belt and unbuttoned her pants with one hand. Using her other hand, Sophie pulled her shirt forward, giving me a clear view of her cleavage. Let me make sure. Okay. I have to check sometimes. Sophie, are you out of your mind? We're in the middle of a public street. What if someone sees you? I don't mind. It's not like I lose anything. It's not like I lose anything from being seen. Though if you really don't like the idea of someone else seeing my body, I'd be happy to follow you somewhere more private. Sophie looked up at me with lust in her eyes. Okay, also, is this picture her looking up at me? In that case, how fucking tall is Kai? Or how short is Sophie? Like, my goodness. The smirk on her face and excitement in her voice caused my heart to jump, making me dare to think about accepting her offer. Before I could say anything impulsive, the cough of a nervous passerby returned me to reality. No, stop it, Sophie. We can't do this. Sophie narrowed her eyes as I summoned my courage and resisted her invitation. You don't want to get close to me? I didn't say that. That you do want to get close to me? I didn't say that. Annoyed by my response, Sophie removed her hand from my pants and pushed against my chest. You can't be so indecisive, Kai. Either you want me or you don't. It's that simple. Sophie removed her other hand from her shirt and brought it to my lower body. Hehe, how cute. I unconsciously yelped in surprise as Sophie grabbed my genitals through my pants. Oh, one of those like over the pants hand jobs that I've seen in like It's Always Sunny. No, I get you. Even with 2 layers of fabric separating our skin, the sensation sent a shiver up my spine. Sophie, you really need to stop this. Oh, is that right? And who's gonna make me? Sophie started to move her hand back and forth, rubbing my penis while looking me in the eye. If you really want me to stop, you wouldn't just stand there and take it. Truth is, you actually do want me, don't you? No, that's not. I mean, it's not like I don't want to, but I already tried to turn my face away, but Sophie moved her hand from her chest and grabbed hold of my chin. Stop overthinking this, Kai. I mean, it's never been this obvious. We're gonna push Sophie away. I shook my head and raised my arms. I pushed Sophie away, careful not to accidentally shove her into uncomfortable. I mean, oh man. Any other game, we would have just pushed her into traffic. With my pitiful upper body stake, Sophie barely moved. Fuck, how weak are you? But even so, my message was conveyed. I see. You got more balls than I thought, Kai. Despite being rejected, Sophie didn't appear to mind at all. Rather, a delighted smirk crept on her face as she glanced to the side. Too bad for you that you took so long to reach your decision. Oh no. Oh, how foolish of us. I followed Sophie's gaze, and in that instant, I knew exactly what she meant. Kai, what are you? Moving even further away from Sophie, I turned my entire body to Chris's direction and started walking towards her. Chris, this isn't what it looks like. I know how this must seem, but you're wrong. I'll explain everything, so please, just... I stopped mid-sentence as I noticed a change in Chris. Originally paralyzed by shock, Chris was now shaking with anger. With her fist clenched by her side and her teeth gritting tightly, Chris looked like she was about to lose it at any moment. Our first date. Our very first date. Before we can even go anywhere or do anything. This is what you're up to? With all the people you could have been with, and with all the things you could have done, this is what you chose? Not even 10 minutes into our first date, you're choosing that horror over me? Though still furious, tears began to form in the corner of Chris's eyes, and her throat started to quiver. Throat? I should have known. From the very beginning, Sophie was the one you wanted to be with, not me. Every day I listened to you prattle on about her like she was some kind of angel. You ignored everything bad you'd heard about her, continued to believe her wholeheartedly. No matter what she said or did, you just brushed it aside, saying it was a lie or a rumor. Even when she badmouthed me, your best friend, your girlfriend, still, you took her side. I never had a chance from the beginning, did I? Tears began to stream down Chris's cheek as her voice grew louder. I wanted to tell her that she was wrong. I wanted to explain to Chris that this was all a big misunderstanding, but I couldn't do that. So much of what Chris said was true. I knew better than anyone how much pain I had put Chris through, how much damage my naivety had caused. That's why, until Chris let out everything she had kept bottled up, I needed to listen in silence. You know, when you asked me out, I thought that my patience and devotion had finally paid off. I thought that I finally had you all to myself. I thought that, at long last, I wouldn't need to stand by and watch while you eyed every other girl who came by. I thought that maybe you and I could. Chris's softened as her anger turned to sadness. She wiped away her tears and cleared her throat, and then tried her best to continue. Get it? Doesn't matter what I thought, because I realized now that I was just fooling myself. Even if I was to put on some stupid dress and try to act like every other love-struck boy crazy girl my age, that won't magically make me into a girl you want me to be. I'm done trying to appeal to you, Kai. I'm done pretending to be something that I'm not. If you can't accept that, then I'm done with our friendship too. Enraged and distraught, Chris turned her back to us and ran as quickly as she could. I tried to reach forward and grab her, but the moment I did, I felt something hold me back. Don't bother, Kai. It's too late for that. The damage has already been done. I clenched my fist slightly as I spun around to face Sophie, intent on striking the girl who dared to cause Chris such pain. The second I saw my reflection in Sophie's eyes, I realized that she wasn't the one at fault here. I was. What a shame. For all the couples I've messed with, I thought that you two might actually have a chance. Man, okay, just come right out and say that you're doing this on purpose. Oh well, what's done is done. No use brooding over it. Instead, why don't we pick off where we left off? Forget about Christine and indulge in me for a while, okay? Sophie wrapped both her arms around my neck and leaned forward as though she planned on kissing me. Don't give me that. I pushed Sophie away and took a step back. Don't try to sound sympathetic and kind now. You're the cause of all this. How can you act like this doesn't concern you? Well, excuse you. You're the one with a girlfriend, not me. I can do whatever I please. Yeah, that's fair. No, you can't. Just because you're not part of something, that doesn't give you the right to fuck it up. You knew we would be here. When we were talking in the classroom, you overheard all of it. Worse, you knew all along how I felt about you. You've been riling Chris up on a daily basis, planting these ideas in her head. You planned this all out. This was your goal from the beginning, wasn't it? A small part of me hoped that Sophie would refute my claims. I dared to believe that I was wrong, that perhaps I was just pushing all the blame on Sophie in an attempt to get rid of my own guilt, and that she really was competing with Chris for my affection. But even I wasn't naive enough to fully believe such a fantasy. So you thought it over that. Oh God. So you thought it over that thoroughly that you still played it to the palm of my hands. You truly are a gullible, lust-driven fool, Kai. I clenched my teeth as hard as I could, desperately trying to hold myself back. Never in my life have I felt so angry and betrayed, deceived so completely by someone I thought I had feelings for. But now, my delusions has been broken. I finally saw what Chris was trying to tell me all along. I mean, too late, but hey. Sophie never cared about me, not even the slightest bit. All she wanted was to revel in the heartbreak she had caused. God damn it. Then she tossed me aside like all the others. The rumor about Sophie was true all along. I was just too smitten to believe them.